Hello Stampers, it's Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. I'm back again with an old video. We're just putting a new intro on it. One of my favorite designer series papers from last year's holiday catalog is back in this year's mini catalog. It's called Toile Christmas. Now don't let the Christmas part fool you. Last year I made some really cute cards focusing on easy designer series paper layouts, and I made them for all occasion. Just grab any greeting with this paper and you can make some beautiful cards to use year round. So what we're going to do is share the old video. The cards I made, I already sent them out to some friends and family, so I don't have the actual cards to show you right now, but the video shows them to you and also shows you this fun layout that you can use with any designer series paper. And I have a couple of paper saving tricks in the video as well. So make sure you watch the whole thing because you're going to love these tricks in all your card making. So without further ado, I'm going to transition you into the old video, and then make sure you follow the link that's down in the video description. It'll take you to the new blog post that goes with this video, and it will give you all the information if you'd like to order any of these products, and also give you all the measurements and everything you need to recreate these cards. So I hope you like it. Have a stamp happy day. Okay, I said this was kind of an unlikely marrying of a couple of different products, but I hope you agree with me when I'm done. What I'm using is the designer series paper out of the Toile Tidings bundle or suite of products. So it's called Toile Tidings Designer Series paper, and it's so beautiful. Let the paper do the work on this paper for sure. Now, I said I was combining it with a stamp set from a card kit. The other day I had a video showing the looking up card kit that my daughter actually did. I hope you watched it. Over in the blog post today, I'll have a link to the video again in case you missed it. It was kind of her video debut, and make sure you watch that and show her a little bit of love. But love this card kit. Actually, I have the cards sitting right here. Super easy. I love the coordinating envelopes. Look at the insides, the outsides. It's an all-inclusive card kit, which means you get absolutely everything you need. You get ink, you get stamps, you get a block, you get everything pre-cut, you stamp the greetings. It is a super duper fun card kit. But what happens with these all-inclusive card kits, when you're done, you still have a stamp set. And quite often they're greetings. I love the greetings. Now, it might be kind of hard to see these. They are shown at 40% here, so they're kind of small, but you'll see them here as they get bigger. But these are my type of greeting stamps or stamp sets. We have happy birthday, feel better, thanks so much, congratulations, and thankful for you. Kind of covers all occasions. And quite often you get a good general greeting set like that, and you can combine them with any papers, which is what I'm going to show you today. So if you haven't picked up this card kit yet, I highly recommend it. Love, love, love the card kit, but it's what happens after you make those that you have these great stamps. So this paper is a little unique in that it's only in 2 colors. Well, 3 if you count Very Vanilla. But we have 4 different prints here. Okay, I don't know, what do we call this? We have holly on here and some leaves and some berries and all of that. Then I call this one my farm scene. I love barns and farms. And then here's our animals. And, oops, do I have 2 of the same? Oh, nope, they're different. This is the one, what do you call these things? I don't know. Looks like a church. Maybe it's a church. But also the little carriage and so forth, the horses on that. But you flip these over, and it's the exact same print on the back in garden green. So we have real red and garden green. But these are the kinds of papers where I say, let the paper do the work. Okay, beautiful design. Slap a greeting on there and quick and easy cards. And then there's also these 2 that we have our checks and our gingham type paper and our stripes. And again, flip them over and there's the other colors. So even though this paper appears that it's Christmassy, it really isn't. You know, red and green can be used other times of the year. And we're going to use this to make some birthday cards and some thank you cards. So let's set this aside. So here is that greeting set, and I have already put on my block the one that says feel better soon. And we're going to just go ahead, stamp that on a scrap of Very Vanilla. And we're using Very Vanilla because that's what coordinates with this designer series paper. And then we'll just use our tailored tape. Oops, you know what? We did not. Oh yeah, we can fit it just barely. punch that out with the tailored tag punch. You know, this is one of those punches I use a lot also. And almost all these greetings, 4 of the 5 will fit in that punch. Set that aside, and I have everything pre-cut here already. So we have an 8.5 by 5.5 of crumb cake, and then I have a piece of that designer series paper that is 3 3/4 by 5, and then 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 to layer these on top of each other. Now, like I said, don't worry about those measurements. I'll have them over on the blog post for you. Now, I could make this card in red or in green. Let's make this one in the garden green. So we'll put some adhesive on there. Wait, oops, I almost goofed. Set that aside. Before I do that, what I'm going to do on this black layer, we are going to take the tailored tag punch and go ahead and punch out 2 of those. You'll see why here in just a second. Now we can do this. This is my paper saving tip. When we stick this on top there, now this is going to go underneath. You're not going to see this. This is going to layer on top of here. So it doesn't matter that we have those little holes in there. But the reason I did that is I wanted to layer them on the back. Look, this was even a scrap. You know, I always say there's 2 sides to every piece of paper. My scrap was one from a wreath on it. But we're going to go ahead, put a little adhesive along that one edge, and we'll stick it down to 1 tag. Okay, it's not going to have that black showing out on the left and the right, but we're popping it up under down or on the bottom there. And then we can go ahead and put adhesive on this piece, and we'll layer that one on here. Now you really could punch out just one and cut it in half and split it top and bottom, but this paper was going to be wasted under there anyway, so I just thought it was easier to do it that way. Now I have another piece. This one I think is 1.5 by 3 3/4. And we're gonna layer that right on top of that one. And we're just using green on green. This is going to be our monochromatic card. And you could flip them if you want, but I think if you put red and green at the same time on the card, it's gonna look Christmassy. So we'll stick that one on there. Now, if you really wanted to, you could cut 2 different pieces and put them side by side, but this was such a small scrap, you know, I didn't mind layering it over that. And then let's take some linen thread. And with my linen thread, I like to go like that and roughly measure how much I need. And then I tend to want to always double it. I just think it looks a little bit better when it's a little thicker. And the nice thing about linen thread is when well, 2 nice things really. It ties really easy into a bow. Anybody can tie bows with this, even if you're bow challenged like I am. And it lays pretty flat, so you don't have to feel like it adds a lot of bulk or possible extra postage onto your card. Notice how I tied that upside down. I think when you tie a bow upside down, it tends to lay a little bit better. And then I just play with those ends. We'll kind of pull those down, and then just trim off the extra. You know, with this, you get so much on a roll. Don't shortchange yourself and try to cut it too short, because then it makes tying that bow kind of difficult. Then let's grab some dimensionals and let's put those on the back here. And so we've got Feel Better Soon. Now, like I said, this paper does not have to be for Christmas. So, and after this card, I got a couple other ones I'll show you. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stick that right there. And then we'll go ahead and we will put some adhesive on that black. And this is where we're covering up those holes there. You don't even see them. And we can go ahead and put that on crumb cake. I love this color combination with this kind of paper, and add the black and the crumb cake. And just like that, I have a dimensionals everywhere. A Feel Better Soon card. Now, like I said, in that stamp set, we have several other greetings. So let me grab you a couple other cards to share. Here we go is the red ones. We have real red. Now here's where I cut, I don't know, what did we determine? That's a church? Yeah, because there's steeple, now I see it. And then the little horse and the carolers. And you know what, it probably is somewhat Christmassy, but I think it's more of a winter looking card. So there's this, I'm so very thankful for you, done the same way I just did my green one. And then for these 2, I used 2 other prints. There's our animal one, there's our farm one. Just kind of turned these cards the other way. I did the greetings on all of these the same way. So that green is punched out underneath and the black's underneath there. Thanks so much and happy birthday. Again, all of these greetings were out of that stamp set. So just another little plug for the stamp set. If you don't have it already, this is a fun one to get. And it's a great one for new stampers. It's a great one for gift giving, and especially this time of year. But save those stamp sets and then bring them in with some papers or with any other stamping, because it really is the perfect greeting stamp set. So like I said earlier, I will have over on the blog a list of all the supplies I used so that you can easily find them. I'll also have a link to Jessie's video, so if you miss her video debut where she shared the card kit, it'll be over on that blog post as well. I'll have that all down in the description of the video. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask me. I'm here to help you with all your stamping needs, your stamping and Stampin' Up questions. And if you're looking for a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would be absolutely honored to be that person. I'm a full-time demonstrator. I do this crazy 24/7 sometimes I think, but my passion truly is teaching you to make quick and easy cards. I love what I do and I love sharing it. So until I stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.